Welcome to the second annual Ekam Enlightenment Festival. Enlightenment has been celebrated as the greatest attainment of human life. It has been the most cherished goal of thirsting seekers from across several cultures and traditions for thousands of years. From the Mayans, who held a spiritual connection with nature and the spirit, to the Indus Valley people, who were on a quest to explore the nature of universal consciousness or Brahman, to the Taoist traditions of China that echoed the sacred balance that pervades all life. Everywhere we can hear the same transcendent call. So what is enlightenment? In straightforward terms, it is the ending of suffering and awakening to equanimity. It is to move beyond our limited self and awaken to the oneness of our existence.
The vision of enlightenment has waned and waxed through different phases of history. Every time humanity lost this magnificent vision of enlightenment as their compass of their lives, they have lost balance. When we lost sight of our great vision to move beyond our limited self, we morph into self-obsessed beings whose pursuits and actions are self-centered. When we imagine ourselves to be our body, we become obsessed with its pleasures and aging. When we imagine ourselves to be our minds, we become obsessed with our emotions. We imagine ourselves to be our past memories, we become obsessed with our identities. In the absence of a spiritual awakening, we live worshipping our limited self and we incessantly attempt to glorify it. We live as if the movie of life is all about us. We forget that we are one character in this movie of life and we cannot exist in isolation to the rest of the universe. Universe means one song. We are one strand in the web of life. We cannot exist separate from the web. We are connected to the web and we are a part of it. Neither does the web have an existence of its own. The web owes its existence to every strand. In the absence of this massive spiritual awakening to our interconnection with the universe, we live afflicted by a disease in consciousness, a disease called disconnection. Like the microbes that attack our immune system and break down our healthy cells, leading to disease, a state of disconnection begins to break down every structure and system that we are a part of. It breaks down our family, organization, community, and the world. What do we see around us? We see a broken and fragmented world in front of our eyes. Divided homes, hostile workspaces, warring nations. Is this the world we wish to leave behind us? What is our responsibility to the world?
Preethaji and I see that the next stage of humanity's evolution lies in our collective awakening to enlightened states of consciousness. As individuals, we have to live and act from a state where we go beyond our limited self and experience ourselves as being one with the other, with the world, and with nature. In fact, I strongly believe that enlightenment is not a journey to be pursued at the end of one's life, but has to be a way of living from very early years. For I know the power of awakening when it happens at an early age. My own spiritual awakening first happened when I was 11 years old, when I experienced a state of oneness with all life. It is that experience and many such massive awakenings in consciousness that have led me to live a life far beyond myself. If we wish to create a beautiful world for our children and their children, we have to go beyond our limited self. We have to live and act from a profound sense of interconnection and oneness. And we have to help our children awaken to this. This awakening is quintessential to humanity's future. Preethaji and I envision Ekam Enlightenment Festival to give life back to this massive vision of enlightenment. For these states alone can serve as our guiding lights for the future. This would be a massive movement in human consciousness towards enlightenment, where we come together as one and reclaim our lost vision and collectively move towards greater destiny. We will be leading you through a powerful journey in consciousness that will initiate you on your path to enlightenment. Each day of this preparatory season, you will have the great blessing to connect with Ekam from wherever you are. Ekam is a mystic powerhouse that has been created with a vision to lead humanity into enlightened states. Ekam has been built on the sacred and ancient principles of Surya Yantra, or sun's mystical form. As the sun rises, Ekam becomes activated with powerful energies. Anyone meditating in Ekam or even connecting with Ekam across space will be able to tune into the powerful cosmic energies that radiate from Ekam at that time and receive them. During the preparatory season for Ekam Enlightenment Festival, seekers across the world connect with Ekam online for 9 minutes from 6 a.m. India time, with the sacred intention of pursuing the journey towards enlightenment. Seekers will also be led through awakening to 5 preparatory states in consciousness. Your quest for enlightenment would culminate in the sacred space of Ekam as you participate in the Ekam Enlightenment Festival.
Enlightenment cannot be attained through individual effort. It has to be a collective movement. We invite you to become a part of this sacred mission, initiated by Krishnaji and me, into a powerful esoteric meditation. The faculty will move into meditative states, holding a sacred intention for all the seekers to awaken in their consciousness. Our ancients sang in a Sanskrit verse, Asato ma satkamaya, tamaso ma jyotirkamaya, mrityor ma amritangamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let us move from untruth, that we are separate, to the truth of our oneness. Let us move from darkness to the light of spiritual wisdom. Let us awaken from inner death to the limitlessness of our consciousness. Namaste.